Let's discuss the historical context of psycholinguistics briefly. Neurolinguistics is an old term for psycholinguistics. In 18th century, the relationship between language and human brain was called neurolinguistics. It was considered as the most suited term in 18th century reason because of the relationship the human mind has with the language. It was considered that when we are talking about human mind, we are referring to all the nervous system and the mechanism of brain and how they process in relation to language. Therefore, neurolinguistics was considered as the best suited term for that. Later on, the type of Plato, the shift was seen from neurolinguistics to psycholinguistics. Plato, as a philosopher, proposed the idea of, or the very famous problem, which is known as the Plato's problem, which says or which states that how can we know so much given a little evidence? That means that human mind is born with the innate ability, which the concept which was later on adopted by Chomsky, and that is, this was primarily after Plato has proposed or Plato has put forwarded the idea of how one can know so much with having little information or little evidence given through people around him or through the surroundings that he or she has. Later on, we have Paul Broca, Charles Hockett, and Willem Levelt as important researchers or contributors in the field of psycholinguistics. Now, looking at Willem Levelt, we see that he is a Dutch psycholinguist. He is an influential researcher of human language acquisition and speech production. So his area of expertise is basically speech production. And he has contributed in this phenomena that how, first of all, language is acquired and what are the factors that contribute in the production of speech. He developed a comprehensive theory of the cognitive processes. So basically, his theory deals with the cognitive processes, the processes that take place in human mind as far as the act of speaking is concerned, and that takes into account the mental lexicon. The mental lexicon is the lexical item present in the mind and how an individual processes that particular aspect, that those mental lexicon to come up with the appropriate lexical items for the production of a particular or conveying a particular message. Then we have Paul Broca, and we know that he is a French physician, surgeon, anatomist, and anthropologist. He is best known for his research on Broca's area, a region of frontal lobe in brain. He has given a very comprehensive understanding of the Broca's area, something that we will discuss in detail in our coming lectures. Then we have Charles Hockett. In the 1960s, linguistic anthropologist Charles F. Hockett defined a set of features that characterize human language and set it apart from animal communication. So he basically proposed 13 features of language which aimed to distinguish the animal communication from the human communication. He called these characteristics the design features of language. Just to name a couple of them from the 13, a list of 13, they have the vocal auditory channel, rapid fading, specialization, arbitrariness, openness, tradition, duality patterning, prevarication, reflectiveness, learnability. So these are some of the design features that he proposed in order to distinguish from the animal communication. Overall, the historical context of psycholinguistics include contribution of renowned scientists and researchers, and the distinguished theories and framework that emerged from different school of thoughts, from Broca, from William, from Hockett, we see that these people proposed and introduced different framework and theories that constituted the historical context of psycholinguistics.